Nonsia piece 104.3 okay 101.7 neat 100.9 yengina yawo and Cranship House Abeka Junction so and Kumase was Santemantem hello 101.5 FM so ebusia yamamu nyina akwa basan so mamwatsena se braso se kasieboa yaboa no semufom wagina ntenten wasem yesim konwa na afa yede esomo ensem bi edi akotene wakasiebom ya bete enie yabehwe di nkomo de awura sofo na hwe nkronkoto ne nkuma mamuosom na so e na bonta wosan so hwe oman Ghana yedie ne somsem so e batane de ne ho onumonyafo Ahmed Ibrahim de atodwa se aban ya wote akunya so niema oye MPP aban dada na etwa mu ntimi fa ne ho entoto no.
Third quarter, 1.4 billion. By the fourth quarter, Mr. Speaker, we have equal all their 4 years depending that the local government. Do you believe in this assembly local government administration?
Adesima ma soafa wono na hwe nipa ye die nkodam ena afia dada setensam so Mame Agnes na momolante de atodwa se aban de hyehye egu akwan mu ade oye no ye se obi antumi ntietia ne yonkofo ahodie so afei pepere yo beye adwuma na wo mu eye adwuma enya mfaso so som Ghana adehye no wabo ho akra Sanso ni ebeko edom kuma na so ye wo mrasebede fie na Defense and Interior Committee no wababa akwa wote so a kire se edie nti ena sesei emrasebede fie fo ne aban yi ayedin wo LGBTQ+ bill no hui.
It is 5 weeks from the time that Mr. Speaker gave that ruling. And since then, no attempt has been made by this House to have the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill.
Adesemaima prior so abaton pesa so no asebedeni Ora Davis opoku di tudwa se ene finance minister na dama wo kasika se muntutu ye dru ba bia wo gene samba ne so wo twena dwen asibibi so eyeden.
Another interesting point is their investment on capital expenditure. Only 34% was released during this in the 2026 budget. The Speaker, that is alarming because this is a government that came with big promises.
Adesimama yebeko kuaye ni mfudi aso ye opania wada non wonomanyan fari kopoku se hu hiase ye nyina ebo ensam hia edema aban ya wati so esanse wode hyehye ye pa bi egu akwan mu a National Health Insurance Fund no sika 11 billion wode atum ensam no afofo pibinum ka we ho ene wada ma ye chibre die mu nchie mu asom na wodwudwubre e we Akan kase bom yemfa seda emenyumekoe ya dia seda ma MTN say we there for you everywhere you go. Oson's Chemist Oson's garlic capsules na esom ye high sense Ghana TV fridge papa no oguso awoton Dofi roofing system nti ye boy down so ye nsuro kram Blue Gent energy drink no ye budget cash and carry for na de ba ye nti ye numbi Pepsodent cavity fighter apose preocupa wodwama so ayaje to me koye panti wo manfo enije ho ye be ye duane na watwe awie ye ama ye kunum ye mpenafo na wade no speed up abemu am ye ordinary spices ne ye de ye Fiji Amado and Sons one slip no and wode some Ghana for nyina one slip de papa Ruta natural product ebusia Ruta mesha honom chidi yade malaria and ebuetimi etu asem Ruta Titanic ne boasa ne beya yade ebiti set typhoid betimi efri wosom Lawson Herbal Center and the Lawson Law Care mesha no esom ye doctor say ejuma pa wogusu a wo bontisi anom ye friend Virgin Doctor no Ecobank nie wo ba ya sikasam to yafa pempa na hye wo monsem afa cancer mixture sesa sabres has been wobua etimi etu asem ohene wa kase bo ahene mene
Sadat Muhammad ena
nana ama anotufo
afi ensablu nchire mu enie osofo hwekua so ene urumunyamfo erikopoku na ne emrasebedwafie asiase amkwasetena na asetena omukwa ni mo no akomasika na num ho foto sanfo ru akesel atoba force nkenkan ye no ene nana odi mo bobo na urumunyamfo erikopoku kasa yemu no na wo kyerem sei wo sika aban na twa na wode awura kwa yom 11 billion Ghana cedis sei sika emu odu papa wo se Ghana fo nyina no ye pene wo mo afa so wo sika aban na twa na National Health Insurance Fund wode awura mu a esefata idi adanse sampa NDC aban no ewo pepa de ma Ghana fo babomdia fo mu a wo so ho NPP aban no sika wo twa de to ho no mo ana wo tem se 2024 odi wura Ghana ya pomdia fo mu no na 11 billion Ghana cedis wo de to aban no 11 billion Ghana cedis ho ne idi adanse sampa NDC o mabom ho moden was so book with never been or case NDC abino budget on back in kind and yadi adjun Ghana who do rather some the woman yes in the pan who is sans in panonimia oka was over 9 billion Ghana cedis 2024 MPP diban by Sibu back in Candy Ghana for say and in secure this upum dear from now to 11 billion Ghana cedis NDC tried to hold more the boy Ghana for pum dear from many dear dancers ampa NDC or Guinea Ghana home.
They told us that inflows into the health insurance fund will be 9 billion Ghana cedis. The Ghanaian people will pay for quality health service amounting to 9 billion Ghana cedis. But when they get that 9 billion, they will make available only 6.5 billion Ghana cedis to the fund. And they will expend the rest on office expenditure. So quality health care was never your priority. Today you sit here, you argue that we lack basic things in our hospitals. Now who cost them? Today, in the 2026 budget, we have projected an inflow of 11 billion Ghana into the health insurance fund. And we are saying that the entire 11 billion will be released to the fund. Is this not good news?
Opedina wo krayo aso eye no eso rumanya fa rekopoku anso hono mo a na wo kire mu sei eba abiaye ahodo atena ya ahodo ne aso ya ahodo nso a ehon so aban na ntwanya 77 billion Ghana cedis na aban na twa no so no wode ba beboa enka ne MPP aban ye say 38 billion Ghana cedis ena tese 2024 budget no making kan ye de kire Ghana fo eno so wode compare ne NDC abaking kan de kire Ghana fo ne de adanse sampa NDC de no e wo soro e wanimu.
Mr. Speaker, it is indicated in the 2026 budget that out of the 57 billion earmarked for capital expenditure, this economy can generate 45 billion. 45 billion. In fact, when you look at the total capital expenditure in the budget, you look at the capital expenditure plus the capital component of the earmarked funds, and in the 2024 budget altogether, your total was 38 billion. Today, after just 10 months in office, the government of the NDC, under the visionary leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has increased our capital budget from the 38 billion to 77 billion, 103% increase. And you are here condemning this, and you are describing this document as empty. It means you don't have better appreciation of it.
Olumanyan for Erikopoku, also for the Krayo, aso ye no anomra sebedwefie ne en wodi sansemu etu dwa William Gale tuni manola kwale ne de nsemi ebesomo yen.
Adesimama banda baton pesa somra sebedjani onu kra no wamai Ghana ya so yan ehwe kronkuma wom ye die no wompuntu amamu so no wode tu dwa se sese what transese a NPP abanda dan no etwa mu a na mampani akufo na dan no wontimi fa wo ho ntoto NDC apan so da esanse ohwe nkronkuma amamuo ene mpuntu a ekoso aban we apan so no a ye na NPP amanyoko no wonam he wasebi no watimi aso Ghana fo ani ose maso da won afempi mienu ne aduonu nsu akohumasika mu nkomo eda so agyan na so dendende ro ma sebeje fie emra sebeje fie for tonto atwene obi a kire de ohun indi ote ase efiri san akohumasika no emu Ora Ahmed Ibrahim say wanya kwa agyan na so ide ene wo kire NPP amanyoko no amamwo mapa se eba kronkuma amamwo mu a wose wosese afempi mienu ne aduonu baako ede kopim afempi mienu ne aduonu 9 2020 ede kopim 2024 mampani akufo ado apan so wodi sika 7.2 billion and for a common fund jumedie so koma metropolitan municipal and assembly ahodo district assembly ahodo no o si hwe 2021 o ekwa 2024 wase mampani akufo ado ka kire wo ma na egumra sebeje fie dom kuma no se wo munimu a NDC aban yitena so nko a afi we fourth quarter nko a no sika wodi amasa district assembly common fund wodi afama ma wo mo no enye sika wa e kire se mujira ba bi kura na de mususu wo madwene mu po de amama no mususu wo madwene mu se ye ka kuro nkuma amamuo ne yedie ne mpuntuo so modem ho betoto mampani mahama amamuo no a na kire se mani nwu asem.
Are saying that the NDCs are the better managers of the Ghanaian economy. What is your case? Bring your marking scheme, bring your results. Even you cannot see your finance minister to bring you your results. Your answer defense are with him. Where are they? This is what the second did and we are here. Mubekao. Mr. Speaker, not only that, in the 2024 budget and economic policy.
What is the meaning of Mubekao?
Mr. Speaker, you know they are good at opposition, so they will stay there for long. And you could see how the minority leader is enjoying the minority leader. The third point, in 2024, the entire DACF, that what the previous administration gave to local government in this country was 347 million. You couldn't get the 2024 allocation. You collapsed district assemblies. Monies were not sent to them. Mr. Speaker, from 2021 to 2024, the entire amount that they transmitted to district assemblies was 7.2 billion. Mr. Speaker, first quarter alone, Atufosi Mahama administration sent close Naira 87 million. Second quarter, 1.8 billion. Third quarter, 1.4 billion. By the fourth quarter, Mr. Speaker, we have equal all their 4 years the tenure that they've done the local government. Do you believe in district assembly local government administration?
Adesimama Ora Ahmed Ibrahim Amananso wa o se NDC aban ye tie akunya swin wo mu tiamamu ase o mu nim amamwo papa wo mu nim se de economy ni ye crown ni yie na agi hini na agentre ha e wo manimu enu nti na se okonkrofo ama so a wo ma e nim de wo amamwo hu na ahyase e twotwo nsem de fa NDC amamwo hu se no kwasem de ba no eye kama pa enti se NPP amanyoko na ntena se amfa won se nwu achi anhwe amamwo papa na ekoso no enhwe bibia mfirimu a any opposition what they say obo wo mudua say wo mo ka hweni.
Ghana's president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has lashed out on international credit rating agencies across the globe, describing its rating as reckless. According to President Akufo-Addo, the consistent downgrade of Ghana's economy by credit rating agencies has contributed to the country's current economic woes. Reckless downgrade are not in the best interest of developing countries like Ghana, he cried. If we give you an economy and after that they are marking you and you are crying because you have failed. You are crying in the hands of rating agencies. NDC has come. Zakika, he cried and said we should fund our own rating agencies. We should ignore African rating agencies. We should ignore Moody's. We should ignore S&P. We should ignore Fee Solutions. Zakika, we have not changed any of the examiners. The same examiners between we and you. The same marking scheme. What you couldn't do. We gave you B-minus economy when we were exiting in 2016. You took us to a junk economy. We are back. We are back. We are not assessing ourselves.
Adesemama ene yekotie yen yeko banda baton pesasa wono enemra sebejani omai Ghana kronkuma mamuo ne yedie ni mpuntuo so saso ye no da no afa na so ye no waka esum aso ye na se abata ne de ho ne din de onumonyamfo Ahmed Ibrahim Sansami Emmanuel Akole na afa William Ginto Adama no de sum yen frimra sebejafie
ya to akase gwenso ye de ne kire wansam foforo asom emra sebejani ya wogina hwade ma de hia wo mpraye so abaton pesua so we Mantem Davis Poku and workers na wasi we dia will be sakosam also for your show my Ghana sika semso Dr. Kesila to ba for senti Ghana sika na sabe wo hweso no sika no wo jemu anasa wo jemu ahye kukuo saa enti aye ka se wasi project akese se yesu suku da sa so na yarsabia wo my Ghana akwantempo wa atete apra pansam sem enyama se minister betimi agye sika mu correct one pa na afi wode ama se ne be asa project no ye betimi ade aye nanso sisi aye ka se Sabi minister one chiane tumpo magana sika no etimi efre ne nsam aba watwa so ya wo bo amane a wo kire se Ghana se de bia da bete na amanfo ka ene o my Ghana sika sam de kwa bia so e wo se etimi nyini nanso se sika ne se benyini na anya bia project akese ye ntimi yi sika se ye de kwa akwa ye sa so na contractor se ye ntimi ntua mo ka de na Ghana fo ye kwa adwo anasa ye kwata honorable se sisi asho my Ghana account mu a bibia koye patim se ye bonsama Ghana sika sam shia na so wase sabie sika sam to economy nanka sabe ebusuafo manimu asabiom akwansa 4950 no sabe wo togu ne naso a wo kyerɛkyerɛ se nyenti akɔba nyina nya hwe Ghana fo minister ankasa wo hwe sika sam so wanya krado esa sika hudo bi wo jemu na afem wo de abo wo ma na chibra wo de sansam wo nyina to dwa wo my Ghana mra hyebedwefie yentie no.
Your accounts will look big, but in actual sense, your economy will be growing late. And that is what has happened to the economy of this country under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Mr. Speaker, another interesting point is their investment on capital expenditure. Only 34% was released in the 2026 budget. Mr. Speaker, that is alarming because this is a government that came with big promises, the big push, Mahama, whatever, and all of that. That roads are going to be constructed in this country under the big push and agenda. Then at the end of the day, the Nkokon Kitinketi and every project under this government only saw 34% in capital expenditure. What it means is that you are not even paying contractors. What it means is that you are not releasing money to the Ministry of Agri to buy more Nkoko so that 50 households will be getting money. What it means is that even common desilting of gutters is not being done because you are not releasing the money to do that. And it's problematic. How can we have an economy that is growing in name but in actual sense the economy is leaning because the Minister for Finance has refused to release monies for all that.
Now, Rasha Virginia Manesi, one of my Nasamba, according to Janses, CSA, which are my gun, Matitu, and in Kron Kumano, Kwana, Pesa, your course at me brepa. Come, Crum Samra boy say, I bet you be home, come one on side, no. Nam Pepe, Nipajina said, Sabi, what more your corn was away. And now we're hearing him say 2026 budget in the same. Carbane, Becatch, like Ghana, force and she say, when a wire. That's what Tietia, my Hebwa down, Cossi, was here to say Ghana by 1 yard your cry.
Indeed, they mention big monies in this budget, but virtually do nothing in it. Mr. Speaker, another interesting bit is rural telephony. We know that under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, over 1,200 rural telephony sites were planted across this country. This government intends to invest some 30 million in the rural telephony project. But what is lacking is that we have not seen any constituency list. Mr. Speaker, we have not seen any constituency map. We are not being told that for this particular year, we want to do this X amount of rural telephony projects across the globe. They have virtually done nothing, which is a bit worrying, Mr. Speaker.
And Rasha Virginia, Virginia, what the Madisha and prior so about some Persias were Poemantem Davis Opoku Sanson way, William Gentu Emmanuel Akoli.
Yatimpo dear, na annual 1 year Timu, and Rasha Jafia Beam. Nabrane, Rasha Jafo, dear Bobo, and a penina or Tiadum Kumano. Urumanian for Frank and Odom Pre, or no one soon Rasha Jani. Ede Madisha once one more do a jiri work as to them say. From a good year to an Nam Quampass on a Banya Shagana Fobo. Say a Dane Bua said, Den, said Dan Crumpa, one or quote to us here who ama, I say. Yes, as young Sonia quiet, yet Mabo Hobine. Now, opening to himself, Frisa buying a Shagalamse corner seano. Yen said them who say a queen manasi a beach, a question Kophobia Sano. And in Quanum Quansus Yemua. Nankana what you be and was so for Rasasi and what in the purchase when she was no. O me Pimo Massive. Never be a galamse, corner, quacodun, one church, Marasibeja for, or Muntumintia Kobasa, no, Marasibeja for Benya Gidewa by Mugana for Subahuni say Ampa, Abino, or Kugalamse.
The or kumbi or crime be so. Na anu ye any response said ya upesa wa tibia upeso kudu untibin kodua eso sakra ukuno in terms of tactics. Indeed, a community mu. Galamse aban ba yo ocheso or kun galamse. Na sabe odi wa no bo Bosnia sanya no edi tuaka. Enne yensu nyina ese. River Pra, Densu, Ankobra nyina ese. Nkrofo fuo nyina ese. Enne abodi nyansa pe abeti just say kontomre po aye different mining site kontomre amo e kanka ho adi ye aduane se bia dia podwe kakrai eno so galamsey heavy metals mercury ne kanka ho omde ye galamsey akokugurem na mudwen se yemfo okono watrara anase de ombe ka che ne yemfo yesen hu echi se koli yate ne enko da bi ese busam enti masma meka bi che se omunyina se dogana so mine baako o man ye nyina dia osoafo no ese at least a jora kodi fiada no one day ese de to no ba no be kire baby okona wokodu sintidua o hia
na eno akire no eno orumanyam for Frank anodom pre wo se da tudwa biam se Brem Central DC Krache owura Solomon Kusi Breko ababe todwa so opanyin wadi sika efri galamsey for homo kwan galamsey no mutu pa e wo mpatam ho eno so begina so no de ato so afo hwenkro nkuma mpuntu aso ye so orumanyam for Ahmed Ibrahim se orumanyam for DC Krache no Brem Central omugine di Brem famfiri mesan se galamsey no omboa ne kon
ono de wadan ho gangaria na ode ti oda ho no eno onam fichire ena omo amutu galamsey no ono onam fichire echi obia 15,000 Ghana cedis na ne refi se oye president na musini mesre information enya no chese emu awirem esa ye mobo se wo obi ya de boni no wo gina president na emu no wo so sa ya de boni gini panisika owia na ofa koti kwan so na oka che naimos for se monko we no oye galamsey no okwa attack enenkofo na mutum omo yewura Solomon Kusi ogune ho ani mas na me de I am a legend so movie say ye boy ye information yewura Ahmed ye minister of share local government Omma Solomon Kusi on Tranchain you should step aside say aban wo morality be effort the fight against galamsey omo display me nhwe Omma Solomon Kusi ye MC in Tranchain na yanko yanhwehwemu ne ehu no kore ye dey etuemu tie
orumanyam for Frank anodom pre eyen so madu agire mra sebedwani ono anso na tia dum kuma no mra sebedwa fie ne ena etwagu na ne kase akire no ena panyina wadadom kese na orumanyam for Mahama Yarega ono so kase akire mu biem se galamsey ko no de Ghana for wendis mugidie nti ena ode aban no ahye ndisi fo nsa MVP fo omunya abotre na galamsey ko no de NDC beko na wodi sunkunim
I can testify that a lot of work is going on. A lot of equipment that would have aggravated the situation have been seized, excavators seized. It has become next to impossible to import excavators into this country. Next to impossible. I have been approached by even contractors, road contractors, who have legitimate road construction contracts from government, and they are having a difficulty even getting permission from government to import specifically excavators for the purposes of their road construction projects, because government is very, very keen on limiting the influx of excavators into our country. And indeed, for those who don't really understand the Galamsey menace, like I said, since colonial times, artisanal mining has been happening in this country. Since colonial times. But what aggravated and created the vast expanse of excavations across the country for the purposes of small-scale mining.
Openyina ne atwa guo yi penyina odadom kese na no mrese bedwafie odumanyanfo mahama ayarega Emmanuel Akole ne William Gentu ene de amanepo yi ebesomo yen
adeshimama yadru mrase bedwafie a edom kuma ne ba wote defense and interior committee so odru asen sound abaton pesasa kunya na onukura nete so Reverend John 18 Jordi atudwa say ade na din abasa ene se woko human sexual right and family values bill no a woni pa say anti-LGBTQ plus bill no a enka wasem penifo keka wo mo ho we 9th parliament obi ayadi ade na asie empanifo aso no na ahye da bu nua gum anaso wo nya hunu de ko mo nte ya na wo so wo ka cha ban se penifo keka wo mo ho ne titiriu ayo nua mo no mo temra hye bedefie ade na maka ma no atum sa de hye bekan ya sa bill aye ken ho asemi wo 8th parliament ni dwumadie mu mampena da aye owura na na de danko akufo ado apenson ensane no anwie peye ankoso krempo owura ntimfo jo se na no wo mo kyase no wo mo hu se ho mframa bebo se ho e wo mra hye bedefie afi wo mo hu bio bepem sa abrei nanso wo fa kwanya enein mra hye bedefie business statement no dom dodo no na no ni owura mahama yarega kenkan ne so no dia simpanifo se edin ni yakọ akiri dodo o mo nsori na sa bio no won san fa mra hye bedefie ebio.
It is 5 weeks from the time that Mr. Speaker gave that ruling. And since then, no attempt has been made by this House to have the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill to deal with the canker of LGBT devastating our norms and culture in this country, threatening our family values. And there seems to be a very conspicuous silence on this. Mr. Speaker, the House must not create the impression that what was a priority in the 8th Parliament, a priority to the 275 members of Parliament, has suddenly been thrown under the carpet and has suddenly been jettisoned by the 9th Parliament. We've debated it and we concluded the controversy was resolved. Speaker declared that the bill has to be featured on the order paper. So the attempt by this government, by blocking this bill and blocking it from being featured, is a big disappointment to the people of this country, to the over 93% of Ghanaians who believe that marriage is between man and woman. It is a big disappointment to them. We demand that if it was oversight or error, it must be added to the order paper so that next week it is laid and presented for first reading because on record it has satisfied all the processes by the dictates of our standing orders and has been duly approved to be presented late for first reading and consequential referrals.
Adeshemema asensa to no ashebedani Reverend John 18 Fojo na no se yape dom dodo no na no for mra shebedafie owura mahama ya gadi atudwa se be menansuo esrewate na sa 9th parliament anti-LGBTQ plus bill no won be pass ya makro akoma betoyem.
We are all very committed to the passage of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill. If you recall, a couple of weeks ago when we debated this, I was the person who insisted that the fastest way to have this passed into law is to take a position that this parliament has already passed it. So what is left is signature. And I recall many on your side arguing against my position, and so Speaker ruled, and he ruled that so far as he is concerned, the life of the 8th parliament had elapsed, and this is a new parliament, and once it wasn't signed, it had to be reintroduced afresh and taken through all the stages. So if you had listened to my advice and sided with me in the debate in this House, that we should treat it as having been passed by this House, and that once it is passed by this House, it is not part of businesses that have elapsed. And I would have left it squarely in the hands of the presidency to sign. But because I didn't get that support from you, the position became that it hasn't been passed, and so we must take it through all these processes. So if there's anybody committed to this legislation being passed, clearly it is me and then the people on this side.
Adesemema ani ayeti ye dumra sebedefia edom dodo no ono ene wona anofo owura mahama yaega sansemi ya man bofo no mienu asumfiri na sebedefie Emmanuel Akole na fe William Gentu
Osofo ya wo hye ma mofra dada sesena bambo mu sem Agnes na mumulate ena wo kasa wo chese o my Ghana bekoso ayen hyehye betimi aboa sene ebe ya yendi ni peni yentan ni pa yentietie ni pa fa hodie ho nsam so saso ena obehwe etimi abon ban sane a enkuntebo papa betimi akoso na afie ku ahodo bi a wansha abase na odwumedi a wodi nyina no Ghana fo betimi enya gide mapa ewo mu na wato so ya wo chese sisi aye kasa se wo hwemu a eku ahodo bebre na okroma wo mo nye busie bi a na sempo wo mo dwumedi a wodi no wo mo nya mfaso bi a na wo mo tewa na wo ma kire so wedi amanfo amaso na wo mo afa capitation grand penny BSc official sheet so betro brofo bebre na ye hiamoa titio pa ne se bebi ti sa achim da se kwan ne nyese amanfo timika o ye kwa akopemwa sane be ya kronom ye betimi dia besiesie suku da na nya wo mo hwa akopemwa kama na wo mo dia ba enti se akwo ne se Ghana so wo mo ye adwuma pesan se ye kase ye kekere o man ye siesie o man Ghana se ya nya Ghana bankuto asede na so de na emum wani a won hwa aban se kwa wo mo ye adwuma den pa na bedwom nkasa ho dwumedi akoso won kramantemu Nigeria for council so na civil society organization for gina aka ho na minister nkasa entimi ankonti penia wode ku a won hwa aban se a wo mo nya mfaso bi ya office na nom Phyllis Logan wono na ekogina minister nemu a wo kasa na wo kire sisi ano ekoyi a wo mo hwa aban so wo mo ye adwuma pa o kire se nyame se yanka no korem wo mo bo adwuma pa nemum dwumedi a wo bo de som Ghana ntie hia masem wo betimi enya nhyehyɛ ya dwumedi a wo di nyina no ebetimi abo echi brasa so na ebetimi abo my Ghana esikasam tutu ya fapem afi wo ye anu si nkyɛn ya enkrotu ahodoɔ bi a wo mo brasa wo mo mobɔ pa no wo betimi akɔ wo mo amua wase minister se won kan kyerɛ Ghana for se si ano Ghana se reforms de ya de say ya ntu ebuas na bia bill bi wo hodom a ya se ebetimi edo somu ayemu adwuma gyae esi aye kase MPO build foforo kra mpanifo ahyase a wo mu se ne koso wo mo ye ho adwuma se ne be ya wo ye kuo na wo nhya bas wo nya mfaso se ya se registration na wo ye se mpanifo kyese sa nhyehyɛ na se sa mra no bebu echi brasa so na yemfa ne se dwumadie bi koso na enkoye Ghana ban na ahyase esi se gyina ye no se kuo na wo mo nhya bas no wo mo na mpepi ni se aba ne ya de na enkoye wo mutimi ka kyerɛ bas we ni enkoye wo se sa mra na eba ne betimi aboa papa ema dwumadie wo di nyina no etimi akoso wano na afi edi amom wo se minister se wo ye ne se ne be ya civil society organizations edwuma wo mo ye no yemfo wo haw bia nkoto so na afi so betimi aboa na Ghana etimi etumpon afi wo se Ghana ne wo mo Nigeria fo de hwe na mfofa no wo mo yira paso pasa ne etie bia no ye betimi apema kwanim na afi yesua de efri ye ho
As a ministry responsible for policy oversight over the MPO regulatory framework, we reaffirm our commitment to building fit-for-purpose system as one that protects the soul system as for the abuse, promotes accountability and reinforces public trust. We remain dedicated to the working closely with the sector and as well any domestic, regional or even its set partners to reform and put our duties on compliance. That continues to take proactive steps to enhance the integrity and resilience of our non-profit sector. A major milestone in this regard is the development of a new MPO bill which seeks to streamline registration processes, strengthen oversight roles, and also ensure that the regulatory system remains a risk-based and then also inclusive as well as responsive to emerging global standards.
Ebusia eni ekoti epeni a wono na ehwe ekire ediama minister wono eno epeni kwankyerefo ya wodakuo ya wonsha advance na office wonya mfaso office no anom yera Phyllis Logan ne nsem no wakyerɛkyerɛ mu kama wode som Ghana fo am wose we dia minister na we sa hye na no nti wode tudwa na no se mpenifo se meko manka bi yemfa nka asem nti board chairman Edema West Africa Civil Society Institute ewo Nigeria Oladeyo Olaide wono so kasa ya okyerɛ na adwene sei.
I think we all agonized in the last couple of months, I will say about 11 months, what has happened in the international development arena. In particular, the reversal that we are seeing in terms of international support for development globally. It's a worrisome moment for every one of us, but we also consider it a moment of opportunity. And the opportunity lies in recognizing that this is going to be forcing us to finally acknowledge the fact that our development has to be led by us. And in that regard, we need solidarity.
Board Chairman Adema West Africa Civil Society Institute in Nigeria, Oladoyo Olaide, Nensam and Onosansam Wayina Henry, Alquesimin Canet Robesum, Yenina Weso, Na Yencha Yahusima, Yabasisi Yanko Babia.
Peace FM. When you're going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint. The luxury acrylic paint. Paint me champion. When you're going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint. The luxury acrylic paint. Paint me champion.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Ghana de shama makwaba yetwa ensem no eswa. Esipon Sports Stadium was second itakrade ewa to emantemu. Empenfo si stadium year 2008 Afcon ye di host ye. And ye na chese woni ho no mefe papa. Asa abra ne ye gago prama hodo na tiapo Ghana Esipon Sports Stadium na ka ho bi. Na frisi ye host 2008 Afcon ye nim ne kwete bayera homam. And then Esipon Sports Stadium ye tuna jijim host ye sifu yes mo ni sese ka kire. Empenfo asase a wo ye nsiesie mapa. Ewo Sipon Sports Stadium se na Benet ma boa mabunu na agudie mu nsem so my Ghana mu atumi afa ne ntoma pa edie frenam so wo so afọ da agudie ene mabunu aso ya no orumunyafo Kofi Idi Adams we die domani mu a wakwakọ pie mu ewo Sipon Sports Stadium siesi a ekoso wo ho no wakwakọ hempempenso a akwakoduru na opanyine ka sai mu no ena wo chirim sei ya wasase dodo a my Ghana ya aban asase empenifo ka de ondin atoso se ya ba be ya agudie anasa agoprama ewo asase ne so na so dwumadie mfiri ase wo asase ne so ba hwena nipa bi de omani abomo asafo hene na asase no mo ye ni pinido na omuwia opanyine ne sei se wonim sa asase bi wote so na nya wasase ya aban asase atuhufo esanse bebi beso a aban beje na asase obehia ede ya de kodie nti asase no mutwa ye de to ho enti se wabo trim se obekwa akotena aban asase bi so a ebre no anie na chese watu hofo wakopa asase foforo na waye wajapade wo so se wasi wo dan so de asi aban ajapade so a na no so wahunu se ebre nso na aban behia na asase a wo dan ne da se bo a ye bedwiragu.
I think that the facility is very, very profitable. Adieba kwa eha just like many other are buying nsasene encouragement. You say Bibiana indication was that Abasa meant for the sports infrastructure expansion. Ankrankra yeden ababisi adan ewo, and I think that the regional RCC and Penifua Omo Eromutumi should try and do something to protect that space. But I promise you, say yedi nibebaha ama facility nu yetumi wi ntene. Say me engage finance minister for us to conclude on those but
na enu achire no enu owura Kofi Idi Adams oswafo wo se agina so na contract Sipon Sports Stadium wo ye nsese ho no de to nanim sei ema bibia mbu na bam ema bibia so nya consider fama no won kwo so wonyere ne ho wonya dwuma wo Sipon Sports Stadium ho na ade no enkwa na ye dada sabo a enkwantre so beka bia hwe so wo ye na ye fa ye bo aban aba so no so abasobode no obaji bi enti wonyere ne ho na wonya dwuma a eho tie
2008 African Cup of Nations NIC. Now, since then, facility now go through some level of maintenance. And now, there major refurbishment. And the refurbishment, I shall say that estimate say a fact because now a fire was room or I won't say so a fana a form hole. Now, then roofing for the entire stadium. On chance say no say no we say a so a hustle say just like a Sehodieno and Sana Yekuku stadium.
Na ne kwakwa mu no ena owura Kofi Idi Adams oswafo Waka say biom no dey to dwa say NDC aban e mabunu ho nsem da na koma so papa eti ba bia agropama bia wo no ba bia so esefata sa aban osi agropama wo ho na ebo mabunu no aban ne be ye no dodo
na nkunya na say ye no was about 13,000 na nko wo say omu eyi na aka be 7,000 enu omu adwenu mu say na ense ye but eneso ye ba ye no ye hu say ni ana ense ye abra contract ni share say no enu so under the vagaries of the weather no enu so aye then asay enti o say 7,000 na aka no enu so ye beyi ama ya hihye foforo so what it means plus washrooms ne air conditioning system ni nyina say ya yiwie cables no or say yes another packaging for another phase so that the entire stadium no ya betumi enya ho mfaso
onomanyam for Kofi Idi Adams say oswafo a aso hwe mabunu ene agudie nsem so no woda wona no ena woni apia dankwa Rock FM twetwe nkomo ansem yi odi tudwa
Adeshimama so pia sante mantemu a Ghana Statistical Service mpani fami ate ase se wo ma hihye dwumadie bi na enumuo na aba beda adi se adamudie GM afekita asese ne pre kankan dwima ekoso aba anwuma eku ahodo no sese so ahwan pa wase mre bi atwamu no na ehun sunsuanso ne gina homa bupan du nwotwe na chipom yenu 18% ne nso sesen ehwan abafo abedru homa bupan du mienu ne na chipom so 12.7% na waso wo ma hyehyɛ dwumadie bi asese he no no mo de esese saa ndema no ewo aba anwuma eku ahodo ni mu saa ade na wo ma hyehyɛ no edin ya da so ye governance series wave 1 report eno na beto odwase wave 1 no na ejina 18.2% and afei wave 2 no so na ba bedru 12.7%. Wopani acheche nsemu atwa de akwankwa wie se Ghana Statistical Service se wo mo ye cheche ama Ghana babunu ni odehye bi owo mamu mate ase se wo kwa ba anwuma eku ahodo bi na akoya adwuma wie na wo kwa enkoto botum koyi sika mbuye nukufu nkobobo ma wobi na wiase abegina bontan beka se we mu de se de aka wo mu ani so wo mu gi ani hwede bia wo ma ko wo mu nsem o se enya ne saa na mom se obi ye adwuma ma na sa nipa no ko aban no nyuma eku aso ye ne osomwo na wo bibi ma no afa kwan papa so ne fa ma nipa no sa kyede enya saa de a wo mbesese wanamo no de afra se wo ma nipa no adamudie anempo sa ketasha ne pre kankan dwim ne ho dwumadie na wudi wo ho se wo se wiase Sustainable Development Goal Indicator non o man Ghana ye boy ho modin wo ho ni atwe ho afra damudie gye ketasha ene proye kankan dwim na gye so mamu ade se nyina ehunu se eni se wo kwa aban adwuma school bia mu kwa kodi dwuma o momo sika ede she obotom.
As part of the SDGs, we know data to monitor two indicators. The first one measures people's actual experiences when it comes to bribery and corruption. And the other one measures people's perception about governance when it comes to inclusivity and then responsiveness. So the Ghana Statistical Service has a mandate to come out with what clear and then reliable data that can be used for decision making and planning. So it was done the first time in 2024. And then because we are using what we call panel study, we needed to follow them every 6 months. So in comparing wave 1 and wave 2, there is an appreciation, but more needs to be done because we look at the number of those who said yes in wave 1 has increased in wave 2, but then it is still minimal. The low side, meaning more work has to be done. That is why we always compare the wave 1 to wave 2. When we look at wave 1, the proportion that did that reduced when it came to wave 2.
Adeshimama waso ye adwuma wa ba adwuma ekomu abu ho enya wo hyehyɛ yɛ sɛ wo ba adwuma anya hwe wo nkofie na wo sɛ obotoma yɛ kufu ɛno de emfata okra sɛ okra kyinin wudu asantemantamu a ɔno na gyina mu sɛ regional statistician wɔ Ghana Statistical Service owura Richard Saki sansemi ya ma ne bɔfo no makuni mienu abuta asantemantamu Samson Kwame Nyameche ɛna afre Joe Minta
ya da so agyina mu okumase wɔ asantemantam na konfo anochi aban ya osabia mpanifo na ahya ase a wɔka sɛ wɔdeɛ akɔ akɔyɛ adesɛdeɛ and wade to Ghana for in any titiw any nipa woman some will be south na companies ya what was say I are sabiani hiamwa pass and betimi aboa na apomode won some etimi afran and to my paddy friend director ya wash administration won some to go gym Dr. Fred Efa Yabuam what the two dry watchers say we here asante mantem GC and ye will be a de pa near neko PM wire sabiani hena nsɛm a yɛde ne kwan transfer ne yɛsio yɛmfa ne nkɔgyi nti mantem bɛ sɛ dumienu de referral cases yahodro nyina ɛyɛ ya na ɛbɛ wɔse mpepi kura no wɔn mutimi de ayafo ne base a na agye wɔn nsɛm enti ne ɛwɔ ka nyina ne sɛ wɔn hia mfidie papa wɔn bɛtimi de ayɛ adwuma saa so na bɛ sheet ayafo ba yɛbɛtimi de ahata no negya wɔn atimi adasom yɛse yɛ onipa bi wɔn mpa agye ayaresabea ne sɛ ayarehwɛ ne deɛ a doctor fo gyina ne so sabesa ne nkoe ne ka ne ho na yɛase kura na sɛ yɛ ne yɛ sɛ so den yɛtimi ahwɛ no yɛwie ne mmomfa me kɔ se yɛtua bills ne pa de woni bi enti yɛmfa nse yɛnua bɛ man wɔ sika sadat si anase na na amasem ɛna onsɛm wɔ bia tim bepie mu agi wokɔ a wosi ne padum ho ka nyina mefa atom ho so mia mi tua so mo yɛ ne sɛ betimi aboa pa ɛma yɛafo nyina etimi nya kwan etimi akofiafi wasrɛ sɛ companies no wɔn nya ne sa wɔn mo yɛ ne sɛ so ɔbɛsrɛ sɛ adeɛ baako wɔ hɔnom ɛne sɛ wode ɔyɛafo akɔpie mu agi ayarosabea nipa na ne kɔɛ ne deɛ ya na ha adwene bebi obeda wo mutimi nyama no nanso wo na wodi nipa nanim sa de na ekose no yambo a shade bia honum ti sa wani no ene enua se no wo ntwetwedem aso wo kɔ no wo ye mark time si otimi match si afa ha no wo sini asa kopem se nipa no ye betimi ahwe no wo sra se we die nkoye nti wo besra se enipa wo ye companies ya na sa nkrankra betimi abeboam na shade na ye ka ho asem no wotimi esibiem wo pani de sa de sede we nyina to dwabram gi ayarsabia kire se junior pastor Sansia Counselor Reverend Peter Kweku Yabua Calvary Charismatic Center watone buasem esi boho kama padi amo munti wamobo na basom Dr. Fred Efa Yabua sisi aye kase Ghana form it was a konfanoche no he konfanoche project say asante hene nesi ne so nanso ma meka ho a wo se bed ne pa ye nyina yamua na ayarsabia no entimi emfa no ntuma pa emfra
Konfanoche Teaching Hospital Ghana regions no eye dunsia yenko aye share referrals wo mu be dumienu na ema yedwumadie no ekwa akiri yie eno so nti yehiamwa bebre ye de mfidie na ye adwuma na obi a wo pepa no ne yedi nkita ho a yebetumi akire no enema potia o de basa amre ye beboa yen be shitinom de ende da ye hia bi afi nso no ba bia nipa na ba ha ba behwe wo mabusuafo no wo motena no ahomte enti ye pe companies ye beba ba besisi shed a ye convenient a nipa ne ba o betumi atena ase ni nipa wo emergency a opia bonten a na wanya ba bi atena yie afi nso no ye nyina ye wura sene asanteman ne Ghana man da na koma so nti wakofa dwumadie bi efre no hiu konfanoche aba ene se konfanoche no a o sanipa nyina yade no ono nso eduru ba bi a na oyare eno nti ye nyina ye mwa ne yensa konfanoche yade mo me ye mpa aba nti ye bue kwan ato ho se monkoso ama mo donations no emra na yentumi enwie hiu konfanoche no
Ania Yokoti Dr. Fred Efa Yabua, Director, Washer Administration, was some Sujia Yarsabia no, Ewa Sante Mantem Nanusia no, and Reverend Peter Kweku Yabua, Wani and Century, Samson Kwame Yamiche didn't come on watch church and Butayentia, what the boho a dimu as soon, Bagayampa, the Komaya Sabia.
Na me koyi miti wo adum barber shop ti me yi miti no na o se wo hunu ade bia ma na wura ho o te bantuma o ba adwuma no ohun se nipa esoso bucket no busa se adenti no mu soso bucket e de free bantuma ba Konfanoche hospital no mu ka kire ni se nsu ho odenti anopa no mu pebi kura pepa o mu ayarefo ho asebe ya ne ho odenti na abrante ne ka asem bi se onim die nti a hospital kakraka ina o mu challenges sei ti me ko na nyame ne me kasa se ubetimi aya ye nko na me bo me ye amane no se konya ne wo dia enye go bible say yen hwehwe afoforo eyi die Yesu bi enti eno ne ma menya pepa se memfa metu
ani ekotie wono Reverend Peter Kweku Yabua Calvary Charismatic Center ye no Kumase na woni ensentwe ni di nkoma wo cheche mbutayentia ejina so akoye sa adoye we sansem we nyina senior man nankasa Samson Kwame Nyameche na twrobae
Owura Charles Kwadwofo so obi anim se fene Dade Lumba opanyini toye ene na chinsam de Ghana fo nyina anim asem ayesa bro ne nka tie se prekesen bebe fa bia no chese obia so mu a woka bie eno opanyini wode bo onwuma asa na wowu se owu achi die areho ene se opanyini wu ye ameya hunu se ampa owu achi die aya na areho ampa na owura Charles Kodofo su to ye ena ne akosu asewa ene oba no ne Charles Kodofo su ti ansana Kodofo su ewu aya Priscilla Ofori dodo na nim se fe no dobroni wo ho nsem akwakopie mu okoto na kwata nsem akwakopie nyina ne se akosu asewa fosu awo no wiase nyina nim se Charles Kodofo su da de lumba ene ne sheda akokoto kosensane ye enti ayaware kan no maware no o kirem se efisi wono woni Kodofo su ware ye no abuso be dia dance onu sunim se Charles anware obi anka no ho enu ntini se Charles ato a ye pe oba mo na yekunafo ono nkwa na se fata se wo yekunani oba bi a oni Charles awo akire no onye oyere enti wo yekunani yenye yi odoburo ni se da bi mesoso me ye oba me ne Charles yatena yawo yaware enti se woka se wonkwa na we se wo yekunani a meso mejitum wenye yi enti ho se makokopie mu ewasem di bia na ne Kumasi High Court ekwa asetena na owura Charles Kodofo su na busu apanyini Kofi Wusu ekogina daka mu a na yatoto na no na opanyini kasem no na wo kirem sei so bi kogina ba bi na wo kase Priscilla Ofori dodo na nim se fe ndorobroni no Charles anware na nipa no nim ne woka 2010 Charles Kodofo su da lumba ware Priscilla Ofori amamre kwa so efia ware ware aga na constitution ni jutum eni ntino wonim se awura no odobroni oye Charles yere prekopa ya ware ni fie kwa so enu ntino bi kogina babi no okase ewura no Charles anware no a enya de anukura bia womuo opanyini sa tie mu se wono sa abre krampo no 2010 na Charles ware Priscilla Ofori odobroni no na nyi wono na ya busu apanyini na emu abusu apanyini ono obeto no wono abusu apanyini kwa Wusu eka kire ni se ewura no Charles aware no abusuafo bi akwa ware na ase na wono omadi nkomo omunyina asim pepepe se ane aware no omunyina wase eni so bi kogina babi ka se odobroni onya Charles rea na se sansem no ne kuro bi anim wo se akoso se wo fosu krampo na ne wo pre se wono nko a ene nya kunani no wono krampo no wonim se awura ya di ni 3 sabra abusuafo se nya de one Charles be ware biem ama abusuafo nso gitumu sabra abusuafo nyina wo je nsa na abusuafo nyina kwa Wusu wono so ka kire abusuafo mampanifo nyina anim se akoso se wa waja ware enu ntina akoso se wanka ye kampo a ye ka Charles ira enka yodobroni Priscilla Ofori nko a wo awura yi wo de utin saba enti no onya aware amamere kwa so na aware no wagu no a ho krata nyina wo ho no ho adansidie wo ho na abusuapanyi di sansem yi tudwa na lawyer wo gina mu de amakuso asewa lawyer William Kusi wo tirem say my lord sem abusuapanyi ne kan ejitu menye ye sanse edin oboboye se bra na Charles aware odobroni Priscilla Ofori na omu nyina wo ho no sa din na obi ne ho ote ase enu obi ne ho so betima ba bedi adanse sampa aware na se na wo ho eni se abusuapanyi na ntima nya obi adi ambo na se bia wufo di na obebo a ye didi adanse yenye yi enti lord ebe ya sansem no mumbo mfanku enya de agitu mu a ebe ye na so nyina mu no abusuapanyi ne sa akoso kire nsemu biem se akoso asewa wo kirem se ne ono nkwa ne yera ye ma no kwan na wonye kunani no wo se akoso asewa ne lumba menteme wasene ntawanta wa unity wo montemu wabra lumba ye na adwen se obefiri Germany abruchima mu no obetena wo mai Ghana bebo ne bra na sa abre no na akoso asewa ye se da bi ono de asetena wote ne abraba wo bo Germany no onwie edi so oja Charles ho anaso oba be ka Charles ho wo Ghana enya de be yi enu ntini pam no twam no ene obi ankotena ne baabi ene no ne Charles ntem titeye no krampo akire no wo sign the krata sa baya na wo chem se Japade wo ne Charles ye no Charles nchem ne nsanka ne de abusua kire mu sei eno so ho adanse die wo ho enti che se bibie di adanse se akoso asewa de Charles wo de ntem titeye kura mu gya aware ansa na Charles wo to na no mo nse do enti se akoso asafo anchem be ka so no nko ane oba ya ware ne nti wo no nko ane se wo yekuna abusua kire mu sei enya ade a court editumu ebetima yeyi eno so lawyer wo se twitwade ade maame akoso asewa sa kire mu sei my lord ese abusua panyine kan no so ho adanse die ne ho krata ni mpo wo ka se maame akoso asewa ne tro ye de ka kire lumba se yenja ware na Japade yenchim no sa krata no so no enya de edimu osusu se empenifo bi na kwotene babi atro sa krata no enu tirema kwonto sa anje krata no emfantum ni nyina no court tietie mu an wo ye ne so okay se sa tie a ede nyakopon ya doma November busumi wo mi ne de to so du na 24th ye besan afrasem no na anototo ekoso no asan akoso na PM penyin o tena dwam ene Judge Dorinda Smith Arthur na abusuapanyin Kofi Wusu wo ne Central Focus wo kira mu se wo ne de ne waka no no krotro do won twantro emfa ntoma me akosua so emfa nye hwe na emom no onim e wo Charles aware ene wo no akosua sewa ene odobroni aware ntamu no ene wa cheche nyina mu pefe e de a kire court no yakopon ya adem 24th ye dwada se court sa kwa setena bi mu a anototo ne koso a no onim bia no ene wo beka wo hye Ghana fobo se won twa nkontompo emfa ntu obia so emfa nye hwe Samson kwame nyameche ene Aguri Samuel ene de amone boyi efra santema ntemu a wo de ebesomo yen
Adeshimama Bantima Baton Pesa som no Sebedani. Wonomonyafo Francis Asenso Boache se. Odi bibi hu ya kakra e de fa NDC amanyo koya ba ete akunya soro. Kwan bi on peso o mofa so. Na wogya enkran ne Kumase kwantempon no to wona afen. Wo fafofra eno na ye Accra Kumase Expressway no wo se no. Ehwehwe na so kaka ne odi hu ya pa. Wakasa wo kokroko dwumedie so. Obani achemu de akwakọ wie se wo man Ghana pempenso a ye druin. Yesika ne takune sempo akwa awura baabi a ebe ha adwen yo dise disika akwa project entisa no eye Accra Kumase eye dual carriage road no na ye je no ato ho ne ase abefa sika botene kese de afri bibi foforo ase a na chese ha adwen papa wo se wo kama ban ate ase se enkomo a watena se di ne hyehye ya waye ni nti abewie na apie wo 2026 akoma sika no emwo no won piri na chi na won dwene ho na nka won san na ne nsa no bio na won kan hunu se mampani bi betena so e ma foforo bi baaye omo nyina na montuo ne na ye ba akopese ene efinkan Kumase kwantempon no adrabafo enya nkwanhye wo kwan no so adwadifo oche e wo kwan no so ama omo nyina omo reako wo mo enu nti ena mampani dada akofo ena afa mampani dada eye na nada akofado etu anamo a na sa dual carriage ni wo mo ye edru 64% oso pani manya so brache na da wo ho sa ade no to aso wate na foforo na odeba no wonyi ni se bebo man no
about we buy Oma she said plans and that say highway expressway every in kind akokuma aya shisha at all on say omo ngo say abandon in charge of na ko you be so now my main concern we say before no you see finance minister or case Ghana he need expressway or Ghana now we need the first expressway and the correct they can say expressway and any road that so we see no burn no curve that the comparison say o cover bia the CBB exit serious exit now what cover bia or should lane so the will be o do chino o money interruption bia now this is not the first time may be our Ghana
Adeshimama enano pe wo kokroko dwumadie so na na ya kese de cardinal ne tenatwam wone Bantima Baton Pesa som no Sebedani onumonyamfo Francis Asenso Boache di nkomo no pani se ono de ohu ye ka mammo papa ne de obi afre kunya so a wanwie wo ba ya so ye papa de enkato aso e ne ehunu sa wodwiro man Ghana yie de ne nkanko ehu
sisi ameka say usino ya bypass over and you bypass over you bypass over and I can go bypass over okay you know 46 kilometers that project bypasses no kuano and over 70% complete in fact one of the lots required is 100% lay offer entry and ocracy intersection and then farm for to support the highway Kumase entry on carbon for Frabano the next logical and responsible thing to do is to continue. After that's all I'm going to be in Twaso, the Goradi for.
Adeshimama ne kasa no odi wie no ochie mu se wa hunu se mampani mahama peso ya de foforo na wadi ne din to so na ne ofiri ho na Ghana for de akai no o se no de nke ha adwen ne so pani emprempren ya ye wo mu die enye we ni ehia de ehia ye se ya hye bibiase fa kwa awieye
Enra omo member ba ko kan parliament say the see omo yesa no pese omo pese mahama pese o dey to for say be e dey ni do to so that is fine but ya boka after the project here you also pese all here the same results are open the goal of the project already is being implemented and you are going to achieve the same results. They mention interchanges, they mention bridges, they mention underpasses, they mention overpasses. Travel cost. Travel cost. Bypasses and I'm going to reduce the travel cost by 2 hours. And I'm going to that meanwhile, the ski maker says, once you go there is repairs.
Adeshimama ni Petin and Kane, Bantam Baton Pessia Somra Sebejanin, Wonomoyan for Francis Asenso Boache.
Any of us young pimps on your fear nature once and for Frost 2017. Galam say na ye can was some near Nene Shas Yachapana 2017 says Abreno na Galahun Tokan Yeshane Dendia Yadianesi Betuasie na Ghana for yet me Adia Huna Major Maxwell Mahama Sebusia for then Chabuasia no 150 man tembe toja say our man fonse wo hwe ne niase kepesi a wo msusu say sebe wa ye kromfo nti wo mo hyaase din mpabro bobo ne ni so kra de ma na busia menka mo yawo asem wesi 2017 when we benya boase ani tirim paw we ya ne motom we ya dua pa sa akopem sa brante no woti nananom e wonse do afei ne yakoba nyina nso wo san so tweja kra to no mu a na akoye arehosem na nipa wo mkogina mu e watemu anim no na ba akoka ho Kani assembly member ewa denchiraboas William Ba no wadi mu akwetene pa na wo nyina yebua wo kumfo sanse jury ni sinkonya no ye kire se wo mu difonti yebua mu kumfo nanso na no na beto odwa se court akonkonyesie ema court of appeal ne nsema wadi tudwa ne so wo hwa abrante William Ba se ya wo ma hwehwe ne nsem ehunu se adanse bia ni wo no kire se wo na frefre ni padom se hey oja momra mejo mahama yenkunu dabi wo se wo mu hwehwe mu no nyadia ohunu binti abrante no ne ho so sabrobem wonfa ne ho nkodi na wie na wo hena na kwamiamo wone ne lawyer ni George Bernard Shaw din komo no wobi sanse esi ani se yesem o client ne ho so won kofie kodi ne yire no maduane na ekwase na osio ewom se court ne de wodna temu atodwa na so woda so da posifo kukuma dani a wose mransem no wom nsiesie wie kisi wom wiansa yetimi ejai ne client ne kuransem odi tudwa ne
Pacho dazu siasi afuna ye sai nyama emadiba ko yino ye chere jawa I will say order na court na kase ye jawo no I will say omo type na judges ni na assign and court no so ebetro krata to sto your friend warrant we dey akopa see an empire or showing second, Yajano, Selmo, or Dibi, and Timunjano, prison for some cats and your mana, or which mean Jano.
Lawyer Manensi one massa to us, which says, see, I don't share the case, a major mama case na, any pa edionunciana, no one who bomana, what Chiremu say.
A child got for his mother also on young boy, yes, inside. But this will try Yapomo try a statue in and the bois of its making. The chair as somewhere starting, I mean, the Javasia and Tati, the DMing, which play, which is almost someone I get from a statue of Cape Coast Court and almost answer the background. Now, in such time, the best that only almost.
Eni ayekotie wono lawyer George Bernard Shaw won ejine mu edema Akan assembly member denchiraboas William Buedi ene wie na wone ohena na kwame amodi nkomo a wode sansem wagina atudwa yenyina weso na yentwa ye ho sima ye basisi ya nkọ bebia
Peace FM. When you're going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury Alagris paint. No be any painting be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint with champion. When you're going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury Alagris paint. No be any painting be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint with champion.
The luckiest everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Happy birthday, Mintinka Keko, Miniman Kasa. If you say the luckiest season 3, Asayaba.
Afen mami chew a kwanya obefa so nye o ticket but star 712 hash na di ehihye no so to ticket ana se ko internet no so na bo the luckiestafrica.com se bia me community tickets no so na you lucky number
Ubetumi so ama system na eyibi ama chere ahia wo pese wutua every 1 Ghana cedi posi 5,000 Ghana cedi wobetumi mpo ato ticket no ama obi foforo ye obi hero wopese wutia enye den kra sa wo Ghana for mobile money tia na sa wo amanone dia for bank card tia
ticket baako ebo sika no ho empay ahanum 500 times we ye massa ye pay there will community de benyanso betimi aye emohu edu 10 times
inti yen kambom na yen lucky na luck bebia shawo hoso enye ma wona wondi infiedu watching luckiest jumedie yi enele imrata chire wo Caritas lottery platform no so. For the idea too bold to ignore,
the dream that keeps you up at night,
the plan that's waiting for the right moment.
Well, this is the best time to make your move with Stanbic. Our rates have dropped.
With our personal loans, vehicle loans, consumer finance, solar loans, home loans, and credit cards, you can turn your plans into progress. And your next move
is unstoppable. Visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started or call 0302 815 789.
Oh, you know Christmas hits different in Ghana. The jollof is on fire, auntie is dancing in the kitchen, and everyone is fighting over the Go TV remote because Go TV is their happy place. For the women, it's enjoying the latest Aquaba magic dramas like Masasi. For the kids, it's the fun and adventure of Paw Patrol. And for the football lovers, nothing beats live Premier League action on Super Sport. This festive, Go TV is truly your happy place. Dial star 759 hash to stay connected. Go TV. Love it.
No matter where we are, Africa always calls us home. And here in Ghana, the call is clear. To power growth and create lasting impact. At Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we are creating giants and connecting businesses. From financing bold energy projects to enabling cleaner, reliable power for industries, we are fueling Ghana's transformation. With our support, Gensa Energy is delivering sustainable energy that powers Goldfields operations, helping them move closer to cleaner, greener mining. This is a story of how we bring businesses together, create jobs, empower communities, and invest in the next generation. Stanbic Bank, delivering sustainable growth, creating impact. To learn more, visit stanbicbank.com.gh.
Peace FM.
Tune it in, turn it up.
Peace FM.
And rip off the knob.
Adeshimama yemi ho akwa abedema se papa se moji bretwa yemi atwa ye ho ba yem anwuju brensa mo do ayede somu ye no nsia kase boy so de di mu akotene binie aso ye hwe nkronkoma amamuo ene mpunto so wono kro ya ena hwe wo som kasa ye dwumadie so wo mai Ghana ha owura Ahmed Ibrahim de atodwa se ema NPP amanyoko no wo ma ban dada no emfa no ntoto NDC aban papa e wo so ni titiriw e wo nkronketo amamuo so sanso ena yedru aso ye hwe nipa enkoda ene yedada setena yedie nsam so a mame Agnes na momolanten so de atodwa se aban ya yenhyehyɛ ya wode ba be kasa no ya hyehyɛ ade atia nipa binuma ya kayaka de na wowie a wa mapepere yo ne nkontabuo papa ya adwuma na afen so ankrankra nwuma wo munya sika nkombotom na nso mo hwe nkrofo yedie no so no wapagya won dwumadie mu papa apa ye komra sebegya fie edom kuma ne ba wote defense and interior committee so owura eye Reverend Intim for Johnson de to dwa se edi ye no ya doson edefa anti LGBTQ+ bill no otiasia enye yie employer so mra sebegya ni owura Davis Opoku so ekyerechie mu de ekoso ewo finance minister so ye twe na dwene si so se wo pani Jessica mu na system ni mu nya de na de wuye emwa ye ko asuafo a wona na hwen mfudie emunsam so wono so de to dwa se ehu hia pa se NDC aban yi ye bo aba so papa esan se sika be se 11 billion wa woso e de ko National Health Insurance Fund mu a ebo papa akenkan for ye so na onwuju brei eyeme nana ama anotifo enafe
Sadat Mohammed mene
ohine wa kase boahene
kase bo mu aseda yemfama Osons chemist e do Osons garlic capsules be boy chi dom MT and nim na wiantie so kan yemfa hwene ni manager o se we dey for you everywhere you go. High sense say electrical appliances na open ko ade abrei na abodi bra na beje odie. Say a refrigerator, chest freezer, television, gas cooker, blender, washing machine, smartphone na wa banwa beje odie. Aw ya tete so pa kan kan bru nya be ya mafo beka so matete omodie no so na ye de agi ehudi ntimile number de betu dwafre ukogina nkofo ne de no ho a utie ne boa no wafre beka ye de na kire wo fatoto ho bo hu se ye de no obi so atene de so a na endru ye de no. High sense de ye say everyday prices for everyday people. Obetima free high sense 0302 550000 0302 550000. Doffer roofing system se bra ma on chance fa border so bre pamo tue sika de mampeni fo umpewe na de na ope we yan hye pa Doffer roofing system no society general sika kraba ne de aba e de ama me ne wo ene we de ama wa fe ko sin finhya mi nsantam we ya badwumani a wo de wo ba ne se wo konyina ne ye ba ko ankronkwa dwumani ne wo be sin konya kwampa de chance na ma wa wo ba hwedu atua yenka no ne nyina ne yakosan hye no na ya hweso de chance no amanfo ani kiremu e wo East Legon Trinity Theological Seminary achi ho no mo pe ya be light force station no obetima frɛ 0543 661716 and answer 0243 232 818 number chat was 0308 040 096. Doffer roofing system I think roofing think Doffer budget cash and carry limited at the Blue Jeans energy drink abagane just by finishia dwunu ni akire ni and ye nim Blue Jeans energy drink we ye be ma na so ba ye adwuma wa ho de no kofo be so hyemu kena Blue Jeans energy drink na make am for dem ma vitamin B2 B3 B6 B12 taurine gurada wonom no na we nya so fa so binti we say na ntisa ba ko no be no na se ho popo sa cafe no ko ebekun no Blue Jeans energy drink ene ne papa no ne dodo mu ana wafre 0208 128190 0208 128190 and I say 0550 010 000 0550 010 000 budget cash and carry limited and the Blue Jeans energy drink abesum Ghana for Pepsodent to say wonu ma hu ni die no se betima koyi na so tima kasuma semwa e yedro ba kope enwa ene Pepsodent busa akro say yefunum say duro be ne ditwe yesen obeti Pepsodent wo herba cavity fighter triple protection and chako nyina ne boam wonu ma hu ne die ne koyi pa ma o se fita Pepsodent is wo gidi se siri bia na ehu hia enti store na ebe wo mu no kwa super Pepsodent ne woni gi ho na wato ebe boa wo am wonu ma hu ne die no atumi akoyi wo henry spices wo dwa so spices no na dos wo dwa so na so nya spices bia na yedi spices ade aduane nduru ba bia hwese wo aduane na sha se nyinya spices ba ko die aduane busu amu nyina obi abofo no enye spices papa me kan for henry spices the amount say ya bu mu enkwan jollof chicken beef spaghetti and as a fish dish bia na wo ye dia wo henry spices na me kan for the amount you don't want varieties ba ko wo twe and ye dey abadwa so ye wo chicken stew jollof fried rice goat shrimp beef and na noodle season ni na no dwa so ntedwa na wo ye no fira dia wo hwe ho season na waje na ebebo papa mo aduane na tumi akoyie obetima fra wo henry 0207 8053998 0207 8053998 and answer 0244 525908 0244 525908 to Henry Spices dear edewu Jaya Mado and Sons at the West Lepaba we adwuma na obere kodu fi so otimi da na wo hotimi to wo nanso wo de obere no nyina eche no kodu fi ase be ye na wani be kata no ye boachi bidin are ube here aduru ne ye West Lep okọ pharmacy ho no mu a o be ka cho se ni bi ni ho ba ko ni bu ho menje no ka chen se West Lep na ope e spray kama krokro wa kama enti wodwere wi a wada on pass no West spray ka trama sesa obeda na ho obesore na chese wo mpomo sisi ne ho so ahone pa karifi na chese kire be wona wo ko adwuma so no obetima afreje ya mado wen sans ne dudu mu a 0243 933160 0243 933160 je ya mado and sans o musi bowura pharmacy herbal shop chemical shop Ghana for na nyina wo kwa wo se drone timi ma wo dan West Slip eni bi na wo pe won sabe tumi akabi Ruta natural product e wo dwa so Ruta mixture eni eba malaria 3D area no Ruta mixture itu ase hu ma ho tutumi ba malaria area ne kon ya pa nya du pa bi tise Ruta mixture no mo a yare no ase nkoi eduana pa ho ato do nwumra na yare na ba obi so ho no eduana pa yare na be do nwumra na ho ato no malaria na da so mo jam betima kumpa onya Ruta mixture na no metu malaria na se hu efri ni padua no ma ho tutumi ba Ruta Titanic enso ye typhoid do tatahwe itimi typhoid say typhoid yare na ehu se bi bedua so na wa mpa du pa bi tise Ruta Titanic ano no mo a ebe o se yare kodi awuo no o so te na wa pomu ye hojo sisi ukotodwe yare no ehu enti onya Ruta Titanic na no mo eboa etu typhoid na se hu fri ni padua ma ho tutumi ba na eboa so mo je dia frusani ye ewo ni padua no mo no dodo mo abetima frɛ 0242662220 0242662220. Ruta Natural Product, the best in the market. Lawson Herbal Center at the Lawson Local Merchant so be just now Lawson Local Merchant papa ayunti e ma wanu bi di ho dance o mo doctor Lawson mrane bebe obefa bia na no the virgin doctor ni nyina ne say wo your oba na no Lawson Local Merchant be mo ye virgin himfie ho no be koyi ho be neat na ho no mo ache na ache side ama o se na open pepepe enkofa duro bia eni din fa hye ho be wi achi na kofa yare de ama ho Lawson Local Merchant na make am for de ama wo na eboa mama himfie ho no ho no ye kama papa yeast infection ya yare ahodo bacteria etu asie fra himfie ho no mo oba wo be hu ni say why obesima ye na nso bitimi gu enso no enya nika enkan ba no wani nje ho menua ba wo be hia Lawson Local Merchant ni na boa e ma himfie ho no ne ye kama wo hene ba himfie so bedi asem a wo je bret na himfie ho no mo che ama wo so wani ji asem die no ho enti wo ye oba nko a de a ye ho aduro wo be ye ho aduro aduro mekanfo de ama wo no aye Lawson Local Merchant be ma wo so no bi ye yie e bi be ma ko be bi a ye nko akotete yare ye hu se ya tam ugu nso a ne wo bre wo ho a wo be yi wo be ma no na ase nso fite bi abeta wo teduana no wo be hia Lawson Local Merchant no mo ye boa wo ama wo so o mema asem ne koye mi yare bi ya no efri be ma ama ho to etumi eba Ecobank say ene sika kra bia ye de abefo kwan wura mu no ye ne yedi kan Ecobank ena ya no mu di akiri esua na so ne papa ben ba bia wo du sika to no se abefo kwan hyese no o mo de ne nkoye yu sika firi ho na veto efa beto Ecobank say ene o AI breso o china yenim ne yeba Ecobank say be ye mfinsi address ne ne adwene ko kane ene ye de abefo kwan ewura sika se mo digital first banking solution ene Ecobank e de ba o my Ghana ene ne ya no musua Ecobank mobile app eye adwuma Ecobank pay eye adwuma express point Ghana for ne nyina no eye adwuma Ecobank say eba abefo sika se mo dwade ye dikan obeti na fia sendisika obeti na fia yisika obeti na fia apprentice back statement obeti na fia na pese wo ye wo bank bia no tina fia na wo ya eye ye ene Ecobank say tina wo fia for phone ne create account enye Ecobank a bank be biem Ecobank say you are right where you are Ecobank, a better way to bang your way. Ecobank, Pan-African Bank. Cancer measure and so abeka home. Cancer they say. I try to say I don't can him say near Drew. It is a winning now do penny fear so abena apostle. I owe Joe Sacra the 83 not to say upon when was an aswaswasa. Arthritis area no we na cancer measure na no mo eboa eyi arthritis firi waposo timi da ho adwuma bia no wo so utimi bi nti papa wo fie o ma me wo fie ene wo so ade ma enye osoro enye ye ne nsakura no watini mo enye ye ne wa huni se arthritis ene eje na poso ne de aboso enti na cancer measure de mo ledi na se akra wo hu se na poso nyina no besane no ama ho to atumi aba wo so ya brant ababa wa na nsan wunyini ndu ba bia na so waposo no untumi kura ne titiri no usisi no wo hu se na che se ya pa unya cancer measure na no mo a won so eyi apostle hawo ni nyina afiri ho no mo menu abema won so ye babu no anka se wa ho odi CP na sita ene okọ je madade wuntimi mfa waposo nyina tutu ya oya wo ye training bedu fia ne wuntimi na unya cancer measure na no mo a e mo waposo nyina no ho ni ntimi da ho no mo kama e de ma obekọ training be left weight bia obekọ fie na chese waposo e da so gyina so preben a ahode mapa ewo mu na wei eye duro nwanwaso a trust in Jehovah clinic e wotakwa omodi abadwa so abode mo nyansa per scientists aye hwemu mo hunu say erade cancer measure mantem eduro no eno ane cancer measure nti say arthritis nko ade a waposo nko ade a wo fredi a na wakope cancer measure kira kwan ebeboa wo takwa ne mpatem ahomatrofa obefreso 0244 871-862 0244-871-862 Kaswane Nempatemu 0245-012-201 0245-012-201 or Kansi Drug Lane and crying 0244-683-583 0244-683-583 Cancer Measure a war devoid of sickness. When you make a boy a chidom Casebo, ye de ebesumwo Casebona say no DJ Fletch ewa or twaso edia somo yamamumo enitia enyado.